important question, especially if we've got the Champion institution really making those positive comments, but also raising serious concerns about the issues that still need to be ironed out. But the big question indeed is that whether then this progressive positive growth is being felt on the ground. Is it reflected when it comes to the services? We're talking about job creation, we're talking about stabilizing this local economy, we're talking about mending those relations between the private sector, civil society, community forum as well, with the municipality, and really try to have all those voices on board, sharing the same vision, but also getting their insights and input in terms of what is it that can be further done to really ensure that this municipality continues with that positive progress. But to get more details now in terms of what are these issues that the Auditor General is concerned about, and what is it that has been done so far that has led to that positive comment, I'm joined now by the Executive Mayor of the JB Marks Local Municipality. Qhele, thank you very much for your time. We've been speaking to your stakeholders as the municipality. You spoke to the official opposition in this municipality. They are raising concerns about issues that still persist, especially after the merger of 2015, but also the private sector is talking about lack of transparency in terms of having efficient systems to really put together books and recordings and reporting of the finances of the municipality. But talk to us about the issues that the Auditor General has said they are still not resolved yet. What are those issues and why are they still left unaddressed, and what has been happening behind doors for those who might not know?
Thank you very much, Dr. Mhlaba, and let me also greet Newzroom's viewers. I can indicate that this municipality, maybe just to give a brief background, is that it came as a result of the merger between the old Ventersdorp and the Qhele Local Municipality in 2016. And as we do remember previously, Qhele Municipality was performing very well. We were rated as the top 3 municipality in the world in terms of our financial health. Those were some of the issues that we had. But after the merger, because of the inheritance of the Ventersdorp, there were challenges. One of the challenges, it was the money that we owed to ESCOP. There was over 200 million that was owed by the then Ventersdorp that the new municipality, JB Marks, had to pay. But also there then were challenges, and the municipality was put under Section 139. So as we came on board in 2021, these were some of the issues that we had to grapple with. And I can also indicate that from that merger, that we had 2 disclaimers between 2016 2017, and from there upwards, we then had a continuous, consistent qualification. And what we then did when we came on board, literally what we can affirm, Dr. Mhlaba, is that the municipality was not functional, because most of services were rendered through private entities, whilst on the other hand you had still to pay local municipal workers, and a lot of employees were appointed. More than 150 employees were appointed on a contract basis. That was against the spirit of the Labour Relations Act and the Constitution. So we had to start from the bottom to rebuild systems and make sure that those systems respond to the challenges that we are having.
So let's talk about you're talking about how you started on a positive note.
Yes.
But it seems as if now, because according to the ranks, the municipality now is about number 4 in terms of the municipalities that are not doing so well in the Northwest. What is causing that decline, and how are you going to arrest it? Because at the end of the day, local communities here, as much as the city center is progressing, is well maintained, but communities, as we've been driving around, there are still potholes. People are still walking about on the streets without any employment opportunities. What is causing this decline? What are the major issues that we have failed to address at the moment?
One of the key decline, Dr. Mhlaba, it was that you'd remember during 22-23 financial year, it was that heightened increase by NERSA allowing Eskom to increase by almost 18 and 12% irrespectively. And by then, this municipality never owed Eskom. So we then had to caution the 30% that was given to Eskom, and we only leave it our communities here at about 9%. And that dip or that disparity between the 30% given to Eskom vis-a-vis the 9% that we put as one of the tariffs, it created a problem for us, and hence we started now owing Eskom at about 500 to 700 billion. And we had to then enter into an agreement with Eskom for a repayment over a period of 5 years that we have entered, and we have never missed since that time. But over and above that, there were also institutional shortcomings, issues like a decentralized systems of supply chain where it was done across different departments, and it was not monitored properly. We had now to automate our system and put a system that now centralizes everything at the supply chain in the municipality.
Let's talk about the directorates. This municipality is well known for not having permanent heads or directors of different directorates, which are very important, whether we're talking about electricity, whether we're talking about human settlements, to have stable and consistent leadership at those particular strategic positions so that they're able to drive the work that needs to be done. What is the latest there? Why is it taking too long to have fully employed directors at that point so that the municipality can be functional?
You're correct, Mhlaba. What happened, it was that there were no municipal manager, there were no Section 56 directors, but to date, what we can affirm that in 2023 we appointed the municipal manager, and immediately thereafter we appointed 6 of the 10 directorate. As we speak, the latest 2 of environment and technical services, the process has been concluded. We are waiting the report to be tabled in council. We'll only be left with 2 to make the total of 10. And that is one of the things that helped us a lot to make sure that we actually have people who are employed permanently on those positions to avoid these things of acting, and because the acting, to be correct, they're actually disrupting your processes, because person must just come for 3 months and then you get another person, and they also not relating directly to what we must actually be responding to on the ground in terms of making sure that sustainably so we are actually taking services to our communities.
Let me close it off. Let me take it back to that major issue, because the opposition in the party and some stakeholders are pinning the disruption or the decline to the measure of the 2015. They are saying, the ANC or the demarcation board is alleging that the ANC and the demarcation board are consolidating their power in the municipality by that measure, and that is why maybe the DA is taking the matter to court. What is your response to that? Is that the fact check? What was the real reason behind the measure of these 2 municipalities?
Look, quite importantly, Dr. Mhlaba, is that you'd understand our constitution envisage systems of government that it's cooperative in nature, and where you have struggling municipalities that are residing closer to well-performing municipalities, the ideal situation is to merge the 2, because the important thing here is to render services to our communities. So that was the intent in terms of the measure, to make sure that the struggling Ventersdorp municipality is merged with the then Tlokwe municipality, to make sure that we render those services to our communities. But we can confirm that over and above those challenges that we painted when we started, is that things now are starting to run properly in JB Marks. That is inclusive now of Ventersdorp and Potchefstroom. We are pushing very hard. I went there several times to make sure that people of Ventersdorp are starting to paying for services. We are actually have rolled out the process of putting up of smart meters, both of electricity and water. to make sure that everybody pays. Just yesterday I was in Tsetse village, and there Eskom on the 1st of March next week, they'll be there putting the same meters there to make sure that those services are received, but at the same time our people take the responsibility to pay for such services. So that's some of the things that I think we invoke, those financial systems, to make sure that vigorously we are collecting and we make sure that we run a very lucrative business as JB Marks.
Mayor, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Qhele. That's the Executive Mayor of JB Marks Municipality in the Northwest Province, just giving us context of the state of this particular municipality. But as we have heard before, when you're engaging with the private sector and the official position, highlighting those issues, and the Mayor saying that it seems that there is work that still needs to be done. But as the Auditor General said that, well, this municipality is on the right track. The next question then, Qhele, becomes very important, because it's about whether then the progress that has been reported is felt on the ground. And that is why from here we're going into the townships, especially close by the city center, Potchefstroom, to get their views and what are their challenges, and whether then indeed they do feel the progress that has been mentioned by that Chapter 9 institution, but also the stakeholders we've spoken to since early this morning.